inside their YouTube. Moon is the damn house dog. She out here getting dirty. See Soma back there. I'm okay with him doing it. He lives out here. It's the black dog hour. So Moon, Hubble, and Major, they still get along pretty good, but it's just a lot more peaceful if she ain't out here with them. She thinks she wants to run shit in a way, and Major thinks he wants to run shit. So it's just best to have them separate. I gotta get that collar off of her. It's just best to have them separate. These three out here get along super good. Even Lobo, she always thinks that she wants it with Major or Hubble. Well, you heard me say that 1,000 times. But so a few hours a day or an hour or so a day, I just come out here and chill with just certain groups. So I can have Gaia out with this group, but she's in heat right now, and someone won't leave her alone. She's not receptive, so I can have her in there with Major for right now. But in a couple of days, a few days, I'm gonna have to separate them and bring her in, and she'll only be able to be around the females. My females get along pretty good. My males get along good too. It's just that they at that age where I'm not taking no chances. It ain't worth it. That's really why I don't want no game dogs really, because I like doing things with multiple dogs. I don't got time to do one dog at a time all the time. So I like being able to get multiple dogs out and have some activities. You know, two, three dogs. Like y'all see me, I'll take Moon and Soma, and we'll do fetch. Right with Moon, while she's chasing the ball, I got the frisbee in the other hand. Soma can do the frisbee. When I do water stuff, I'll take two floats and throw them both, and that way both dogs have something to go get. And they're pretty good at working like that. But I know if I had game dogs, I could do that. I'm a good enough handler, a good enough trainer, but it's just a liability, man. It's just like, in the lake, tossing some float, they can go get, and they start banging over it, and you in public. Sheesh, you gotta break that up. Or even just on the yard, you know what I'm saying? Like we are just on the yard, everybody minding their business. You got Lobo over here, Moon over here, someone on the whole other side of the house minding his business. But if I brought them all together, they get along too. And they said shit be perfect. I'm about to say the pack is perfect. Up here said I, I got a high level chance of no dog fight if we just out here chilling. And that lessens totally with certain breeds. So um, that's why I don't have those breeds. Not to say that my dogs ain't dog aggressive. Like I said, Lobo thinks she wants it with Major and Hubble for no reason. Ever since the first day she came out here. First day she was probably like 4 or 5 weeks old, and she was ears up, nose up, tail up, trying to do a display for them. Like, damn it. But it's not to the point that she's back there in front of their cage trying to go at it with them, or you know what I'm saying. She ain't out here looking for them. It ain't to that point. And that's what I mean. I don't want animals that's going to go look for other animals. I mean, that's going to go look for other dogs that are in our yard. That's what I mean. The little bit of dog aggression that I do have, I know most of it comes from her right there, from Moon. Moon is a super dominant dog, and she passed that trait down to a lot of her offspring. Come out like that, just wanting to dominate everything. Not necessarily dog aggressive. They just kind of want to be dominant over every item, every bit of space, any game. But I've noticed with Moon that to this point, a super good relationship with her own kids. So like Major, I mean, so like Soma, Lobo, she still treats them both. Soma's 4 or 5 years old. She still treats him like her puppy. Gaia gets away with, I mean, Lobo gets away with so many things, and the same thing with Gray. When Gray was here, she got away with so much that Moon would not let other dogs or puppies do. Moon out. Moon, no, come. Get out of there. Come on, Moon. Yeah, every time I've had a dog aggressive dogs, the common denominator has been Moon every time. And Moon, anytime I've had anything happen on my own yard, the common denominator is Moon. But I know if I'm not careful that um, Lobo could possibly get into it with one of my females eventually. I don't think it'll be Gaia. Her and Gaia, because Gaia has super amount of patience. But it could be Gaia, even though her and Gaia get along super good. She tries to be dominant over Gaia, and Gaia just kind of takes it in stride. You know, she can't whoop her. Gaia whoops on her. You know what I'm saying? But Gaia don't get too high or too low about it because you know she has good. Like I said, she has a good amount of patience. But Hubble don't. Hubble ain't got half the patience that Gaia got for some of the stuff that Lobo does. And to say that uh, Hubble's super patient though, she's super patient with her, but she will still fuck her up in a second. Come here, Moon. Moon, come. Here, girl, let go. Lobo's pretty much a small dog. I mean, she still has some super strong points to her. Nice shoulder, nice broad head, but it's all in a small dog package. And that comes from Moon. But I feel like Lobo is even smaller than Moon was when she was at the same age. But Lobo is still, all in all, the amount of dog that I was hoping to get in that breed. And she's still super. But like as I'm noticing, like how she's growing, um, I've seen 1,000 dogs. So I kind of understand. I'm like, man, how do I feel about that? You know, it's been a while since I've had a dog that small. I mean, Moon was was the last one, but I don't remember. I don't remember that got busy. She got super busy. Even as a small dog, and Lobo got all the everything that she needs to still get busy as a small dog, except for she ain't. I mean, she comes in hard, but I don't feel like she's packing like a bang like Soma Hubble, um, Soma Hubble, Major. And I can't remember if Moon did at that age. I can't remember, but I mean, she bites hard, she comes in hard, but that extra little, it ain't really there. You know what I mean? And I think that's to do with her size. Her brother, who's way bigger, he has that. You feel him. I mean, like she's coming in, she's reckless when she comes, but she ain't. She ain't always looking to. Uh, Sometimes she'll get like what I call like a test bite. She'll come in hard and whole mouth, full mouth, go somewhere. Come in hard, full mouth, and bite it. But it's to see what it is, how it feels. You know what I'm saying? And then second or third time she come in, now she's on it. But her brother's not like that but I think partly is because when he comes in, I mean he's big, he's strong. He keeps saying like, and those kind of things, those boost confidence in dogs. And sometimes when you kind of feel like that, then it takes them a while to get there. And like I said, I'm okay with that. She's still nice. She's still mean. She still means it. You know what I'm saying? I'm only talking about it in terms of like I know what I want in as far as dogs as I go forward, and recognizing that about her kind of helps me to understand what I need to do in order to get what it is I'm looking for consistently in my dogs. You know what I mean? So that's all. And like I said, just a theory. What I think she's missing is just a little bit of weight behind her, a little bit more, you know. But and that's just me. Some people some people might want a smaller dog for the same job. Me, I like something that sounds like that. When it hits something, I want that to hit. You know what I mean? And Moon ain't that. And like I said, Moon still gets busy. One of the best bull herders I've ever seen, and I've seen them all. I've seen all the bull herders. One of the best ones I've ever seen. She gets busy, or she used to get busy. She's old now. Go, Soma. She still gets busy at a ton of stuff. Some things she's still really, 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 really good at. Go, Soma. Go, go. And so Major has that. Hubble has that. So I got to find out how to get it from dogs, and Void has that, Lobo's brother, and Juno has that, Lobo's sister. Um, I really, honestly, out of that whole litter, I think Lobo's the only one who really don't have that. So one thing I could do is I could get it through dogs in that litter who have it, um, or when slash if I ever breed Lobo, I just got to keep that in mind. Unless I don't know. Sometimes directions change too. Who knows? Maybe in 4 years or wherever when I get ready to breed her, maybe my life will have changed so much that I say, okay, I want some smaller dog attributes. Who knows? That's the cool thing about it, though. It's like you can change your mind. I'm not stuck. I'm just having some fun. That's a bad little dog right there, though. She's nice. Super high drive, super high trainability, super good confidence, super adaptable. I can take that dog to do. I mean, so far we can go anywhere, do anything. She's just comfortable. Good girl, Lobo. Good girl, Lobo. Already had a shower, bro. Go. You gotta go. No, go. I should have put my tent up out here. No, so I'm gonna go. Lobo thinks she's in trouble. Come here, Lobo. Come here. No, Summer. Summer, go. I got his no, go. Collar on, cause he'll he'll just whine if this guy isn't heating he's out here. It on the process aren't even on it. I can just put it on and put it on him, and it kind of reminds him to chill. Good girl, Lobo. No, go. I think about it. Gray was Gray. Go, Summer. Gray was bigger than Lobo is at this same age, but Lobo reminds me a lot of Gray, except Gray was a little more rugged. Like Gray she would lose her mind and really, really, really compete with the big dogs at certain stuff. Like when someone would be on the spring pole, if he grounded her, that wasn't enough. You know, he was gonna have to really make her get off of the spring pole. You know what I'm saying? Like for Lobo, it's enough. They could just growl at her and she'd say, "Okay, I'll leave that alone until y'all done." Not Gray. You gotta come get her. And if I was to put it too high, Gray would lose her mind. I mean, she would just jump. I mean, she just learned to jump and climb until she was able to really get up there. If I put it too high for Lobo, Lobo will she'll try it. You know what I'm saying? But once she realizes she can't get it, she'll go try to do something else. She'll be like, okay, fuck it. Not Gray. Gray would be at that tree just jumping, climbing until before you know it, she was getting it. So Lobo ain't really that for like games because that's a game that you play on your own. But for games that she plays with me, she is that. She lose her goddamn mind for some fetch or some frisbee or something like that. Being able to recognize things like that and go a long way in training like your own personal dogs. knowing that she is more into games than her, I know exactly how to test her, um, and see what she is, and then what direction to go with her. And that, what I mean by what direction to go with her, as what job, how I'm going to work her, um, and if I decide to breed her, how I would breed her. But so far, so good though. I mean, so far it's everything that I expected her to be. I think I expected her to be a little more civil, because it's two times Moon, who is, by this age, Moon hated everybody. She hated fucking everybody. She would try to kill everybody by this age. Um, Lobo ain't really like that. You know what I'm saying? She'll put her demonstration up. She gonna have her hair up, tail up, and all that kind of stuff. And if you trip, she gonna trip with you. But if you don't trip and you want to pet her, oh yeah, you all good. Then you can pet her. But that might change. You know what I mean? Like some dogs, some dogs might take till they're a year before they kind of switch. Like I said, she's two times Moon, who's super civil. Soma was civil at his age. At this age too. He was showing signs of being civil at this age too. So was Major, who's Moon's grandson, Soma's son. Um, so, and she's really the only one like that in this litter. So I'm saying maybe I just give it time and see at what age she kind of turns on. Just because she didn't do it at the same age of the of most of the other dogs in the line, doesn't mean that she won't do it. So I just wait and see. Because like I said, every other boxes she's checking as far as like what I wanted and what I wanted from this litter. I could have got a bigger dog by keeping one of her sisters. I could have got a heavier dog by keeping her brother. But what I wanted was the drive that she was showing me, and that she still is showing me to this day. Some of like I said, some of the like herdery shit that's in there, I'm okay with that. Cause like I said, I expected it. And like a girl, that's a good girl. And to be honest, if she was any tougher, right? If she was like any tougher, it would probably be damn near impossible to have her around Hubble and Major, because that's the kind of what saves her. She'll try to fight them, but she deep down she knows she can't do nothing with them. So she'll just stay out of their way sometimes. But if she had 10 more pounds naturally, which is a naturally 10 pound, maybe inch taller dog right now at this age, might not be able to keep them around her. No, go Summer, go, Summer, go. But for all the other drive in those other areas that she has, and I'll be able to use that sometime down the road. In a few years, when I drive in those areas, I won't have to do no outcross. I can just use her. And it might take me down some size, but like I said, um, it might not. It might not. Just depending on how I breed her. I bred Moon to Soma's dad, and I got big dogs, and I bred Soma to Hubble and Major's um, mom, and I got big dogs, and then even Soma to Moon, I got big dogs. Um, so I still might be able to get some size pretty easily. Like I said, that Soma to Moon's dad was like bang. I kept all that size. Cause and I say that because it's a total outcross with her. I'll have to probably do something like that again. What's that boy? What's that boy? Go, 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 Summer. Go, Summer, go. I got a pup from um, Major and Hubble's aunt coming to me sometime this year. I'm excited about that. I also could possibly get one from their mom, Apollo, but that puppy like gets older and older. But I had another dog that I planned on getting um, too, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Um, and now that I have some space, because I'm just like I said, I'm just talking out loud about Lobo. Now that I got some space, um, I think I know what I should do. I think I know what kind of dog I should be looking for, what kind of puppy I should be looking for, and that's exciting. I love when I see Lobo doing this though. What she did now was happening on the other side of the fence. Now Lobo's going all the way to the fence. For a little while, she would just kind of like go to the middle of the yard and bark at it. Now she's right up on that fence. She's going right to it. No hesitation in her stride, nothing. She's going right to it. Lobo, come on. I'm like, girl, visited the gym. My dog, what's happening? What's going on? No. No, Soma, go. No, go. I'm about to hit my boy Jordan, see if he got some. See what he got going on. I know he got something for me. Yeah, but Lobo's still young. She's got a ton, years more of testing to do. But again, just watching certain things to know, okay, I'm gonna take you in this direction because this is how you like to be driven. So we're gonna take her hog hunting again in a couple weeks. Um, I'm working on some stuff at home with her as far as like bite work. Working on some shit at home, and her drive is going crazy. She's going crazy, but she ain't she ain't grabbing like I want her to. So before I go to take her to bite work and see a decoy, because that shit costs, I'll just work on that shit at home where it's free. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, if I use a bite pillow, she'll grab that, bang, hold on to it, fight you. She'll carry it around. She'll do all the cool shit that you want to see your dog do. But then when I move to whatever the material that the bite suit is made out of, whenever I move to that, she still come in hard, bang, hit it, bite it, but you can see her kind of like feeling this. You know what I'm saying? Not you can see her thinking too much. After about 3 or 4 passes with it though, she she's hitting it, she's holding on. But what I want to do is I want her holding on that first or second pass. I don't want her waiting 3 or 4 because if a trainer decoy sees that, he's going to say, okay, let's work on that first. And that shit costs. I can work on that at home. Hey, Moon, get out of there. No. If you live in the house, leave your ass out here tonight. Motherfucker. Look at that. Now I gotta give her a bath. I done already had a shower. Well, yeah, so I'm working on that stuff with her here. Before I take her back to, I'm still gonna take her. I'm still gonna, we ain't gonna stop. We ain't stopping doing it, but um, yeah, I'm gonna work with her here. We're gonna go hog hunting again pretty soon. See how she does there. This this one here means a lot more than the first one did. How she does here is gonna tell me a lot more than that first one. And Lobo, no, come on. This is gonna tell me a lot more than that first one. And I'm gonna give her a lot more pressure on this one too. So because this time it's just her and Gaia. I mean, Void will be there, but I won't be handling him. It'll just be her and Gaia. Her and Gaia can hit the same hog. I'm okay with that, but I want to see her. I want to see her hitting. I want to see her holding on. I want to see her. I want to see that drive for it. The last time she was kind of like a brand new puppy about it. You know what I'm saying? She went about it like a brand new puppy would. Wow, not really in there like Void was. This time I want to see her all the drive I want to see her have that same energy when we go out and there's a hog out there. Again, I ain't gonna just send her in the hog, send her on no hog blind by herself. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna send her with Gaia, but I want to see her on it. I want to see her looking for it. I want to see her wanting it. Whenever we do our tracks, whenever you see me tracking with her, I use hog set most of the time. Sometimes I use raccoon set. But yeah, like I said, even though she's looking super good, um, she still has years more of testing. And again, like I said, I don't even plan on using her until I need to add that particular drive that I'm looking for in dogs again, that makes them highly trainable, that makes them um, super adaptable. Don't show someone. Go. I think most of my next breedings, the offspring will feel more like bulldogs as far as like how they're driven. Some will go, but like how they're driven as far as like their size. They might look a little herderish, but there'll be some 80, 90 pound big head dogs. Most of the next breedings that I got planned, and I know eventually when I want to be able to put some more of those herder attributes back in there, that Lobo, with what I'm seeing so far, should be a super good candidate. But again, I want to see how she does on hog hunting. I want to see how she does on man. While I'm still testing her trainability, adaptability, health, and all that shit at home. If she does good on hogs, sometime over the next year, um, that will tell me that I could take her in a direction of producing hog dogs. If she doesn't, then that probably won't be a priority, in that breed. It definitely won't be a priority in that breeding unless I'm looking to breed her to something and that's great. That offspring back to that dog that's great on that. But doing shit like that if I don't have to. But hopefully she's good, so I can check that off the boxes. You know, because most of my dogs that I have, that's the one less thing to worry about, or one less thing to think about. But again, like I said, if I'm really, really, really looking to get all that stuff, there is a dog in that litter. I could just breed him to dogs that have that same, to dogs who are similar to him, and keep it because he is an inbred dog, so he's doubled up on a lot of those good things. I do want to check some, you know, I do want to do like something with him too. Still, again, they're all young. I'm just kind of foreshadowing. This none of this shit, all this shit could possibly not even happen. Um, he's pretty nice. He has all the shit that I'm talking about that I want in a dog, or that I want to see to this point in a dog. And there is something to be understood by waiting until the dog is 4 or 5 years old too, because at least then you know the dog could live to 4 or 5 years old. You know what I mean? Feeding a dog too early, you never know what they're like, what to expect for the lifespan of those dogs really. If you're breeding them too early, but and sometimes 2 years is too early. I know a lot of people want to breed at 2 years, sometimes it's still too early. And again, with the breedings that I got planned, it might be, you know, Lobo might be 4 or 5 before I need to go back. All right, YouTube. I'll get with y'all next time.